Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, the 30th day of March. I cannot believe it is almost April, but today is National Take a Walk in the Park Day. It's also National Doctors Day, National I Am in Control Day. You know how many times I think that and then I realize
Yeah.
I'm not in control. National Pencil Day, National Turkey Neck Soup Day, which I've never heard of.
Turkey neck soup.
Apparently
Interesting.
make turkey neck soup. And then National Virtual Vacation Day. And this is where you just go on a vacation
I'd rather have a regular
from
vacation.
the comfort of your own home. All of those things happening today. And we talked to Heidi's papa for Tuesdays with Charlie.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk to him. It's my father-in-law. It's Heidi's dad. And he's a little bit crazy. So excited to chat with him, though. That's coming up in just a bit on Tuesdays with Charlie.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new poll claims romantic relationships got stronger during the pandemic. I agree with that. So people who had a good relationship with a bunch of time together, it got better. People who didn't have a good relationship, it didn't actually go
Well, no,
quite
if
as
you're
well.
already
So,
in a bad relationship,
a lot
time
of
together is
time,
going to make it worse.
But they're saying romantic relationships grew. Psychologists at the University of Miami say the longer negative emotions linger in the human brain, the worse it is for your mental health. The study finds those holding on to negativity longer might actually impact their long-term psychological well-being. So there's a little almond-shaped structure on both sides of your brain that evaluates stimuli and supports memory, and that is where you hold on to these things. And they're saying, don't
That's just kind of
do
common
that.
sense. I mean, if you're going to hang on to something and be miserable, of
Yeah.
course it's going to affect your mental well-being. I don't know.
Let it go.
I don't know who did that study,
Somebody
but
that
it
was
probably
holding
was
on to
unnecessary.
things. Holding on to a grudge.
Yeah.
Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Spanish police announced that they seized a homemade narcotics submarine. It was able to carry 2 metric tons of cargo. That's 2.2 tons.
Oh,
Police came across a 9-meter long, that's 30 feet by the way, craft last month while it was being built in southern Spain area. Turns out there were 5 countries involved in this, 5 different country agencies working together. And this little submarine set low in the water to escape detection. And it's amazing what the time and effort they put into this. But then again, when you think about what they were doing, there was a lot of upside for them. The downside is, well, they got their submarine and they all got to go to jail. But there was a bunch of cocaine and hashish and marijuana. And 52 people arrested when it was all said and done.
we should totally make our own submarine.
No, we should not.
Not
What
for
would we-
anything like
Nothing nefarious?
bad,
Just
but
for us?
Yeah, just like for recreational purposes.
Sounds like a bad idea. What you guys doing? Going fishing from underwater? They'll never see it coming. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Sources say that J-Lo and A-Rod, that's Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez, for those of you who are
Right.
not cool, they're attempting to clear up their troubles and get back together. Heart to heart, sounds like everything went pretty good.
I thought that was just a rumor that they
was
hadn't split up.
well,
but they
but-
did?
But apparently there was a little nugget of some sort of truth to it
Okay.
because they got together in Dominican Republic and had a little, little makeup time. So
Okay.
Angelina Jolie says she has proof that Brad Pitt committed domestic violence when the two of them were together. So I don't know what that proof is or what was going on there. And then, and why, it was a long time ago.
I know.
It? So it's kind of weird that that's coming up right now. Gwyneth Paltrow recently opened up about her former marriage to Coldplay singer Chris Martin, as she stated, "I never wanted to get divorced." So there you go.
Aww.
All of those things are big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of RedCrossBlood.org. A New York man was busted for stealing $1.4 million in unemployment benefits by submitting applications under his dog's name.
Oh, boy.
And he would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for those
For
kids
you
and that
crazy kids.
the dog. That's a Scooby-Doo reference for those of you who remember that. The board game Monopoly is updating its community chest cards because they say that players in the game are complaining that it's very outdated. So there's some. I'm trying to remember what some of them were. But it was like, you got second place in the beauty contest, and there's stuff where they're like, "What is that even? What does this mean?"
Right.
So I never thought about that, but I suppose
that outdates.
it was time.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts has opened their first ever bike through lane for bicyclists who want to drink coffee while biking or eat donuts while biking.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it probably is a really good idea, but it just sounds funny when you say that out loud. Get on my bike and just riding around drinking some coffee and eating donuts. Like, doesn't that kind of defeat the point of being on the bike? I don't know. Maybe not. California man was arrested for trashing a Wingstop restaurant. Why? Well, they messed up his order.
Of course.
The rational thing to do then is just destroy the place. So, no, that's
that
not.
happens all the time.
It does. It is not a good thing to do. Take a deep breath and calm down before trashing the place that messed up your order or hurting people or being rude to people. Just be nice. Just be nice. SWAT team was called to the Miami Beach area to stop spring breakers from partying past curfew. So they're like, hey, you guys need to calm down. They had to bring in SWAT team for that. And a Pennsylvania man is divorcing his wife after seeing her at the Capitol riots with another man. So in the news footage, can you imagine?
Wait.
That's my wife. She said she was going to whatever.
That's not
now they're
good.
getting divorced, and it's all because of some evidence from the Capitol riots, and she was there with another man. So the USPS, that's the United States Postal Service,
certainly is,
outlined a proposed 10-year strategic plan that would slow current first-class delivery standards and raise prices to stem $160 billion in forecasted red ink over the next decade. So they're going, hey, I got an idea. Here's how we're going to make it where we don't lose as much money.
We'll make our service
It's going to be slower and more expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody on board with this?
Everyone's going to flock to use your services.
Anybody in that meeting would raise their hand and go, can we think of another plan? Apparently not. Thanks for listening to your scoop of the day. By the way, I wanted to say, USPS, I love you. My sister works here. I've had uncles and grandfathers, several people who've worked for that. So I'm not trying to be mean to you guys. And I understand. You got a tough job. But thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
Hey, Charlie. How's it going?
And we do it every Tuesday. How odd.
We do. We do this every week just because we can. And you always have very interesting stuff for us, don't you?
You learn a lot when you hear this stuff, I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
And some of this stuff is such great information, he makes it up on the spot. So. No, you don't ever make anything up, but every once in a while we find something that we kind of wonder. And if we really cared, we would even check into it.
This is highly researched by my staff. I'm telling you.
Well, what kind of cool stuff we can learn today?
Okay, did you know that touching a teddy bear can make people feel less lonely?
No kidding. So just snuggling with a teddy bear makes you feel less lonely.
Yep, comes from childhood, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I need to get a teddy bear for my wife, Heidi.
I like teddy bears.
I know. And there are times when I leave and I think you're lonely. So if I give you a teddy bear while I'm gone, would it be a Johnny bear that you'd have while I'm gone?
Oh, wow.
I'd buy one, but they're too expensive. You ain't worth that kind of money.
Jeez. Thanks, Dad.
Only $40.
Yeah, I'm
not worth $40.
Maybe 38, but not 40. Oh, here's something that I agree with.
Oh, what's that?
You can only remember 4 things at a time.
You know your name.
I know where I live.
So you can only remember 4 things at a time. Huh.
Yep, that's my downfall.
Yeah.
That's why I make lists.
Yeah, she does. She's a good list maker. And then I forget the list.
That's one of the things you forget to remember, apparently.
I forget to remember to bring the list.
That's why I got a wife to remind me what to do.
Yes. Comes in very handy.
Write it down. And then did you know as many as 1/3 Americans flush the toilet while they're still sitting on it?
Really? I did not know that.
I don't do that.
I don't do that either. So we're in the 2/3, and there's Charlie. Do you do that, or are you in the 1/3 or in the 2/3?
No, I got to stand up and watch it go down.
I don't ever think that it's been that reason. I just figure I'm not done till I'm off there. I don't think I would. What's on?
I like to see what went on down there.
Is that all you have, or do you have anything else?
And then did you know a gal by the name of Dolly Dimples?
I've never heard of Dolly Dimples.
Well, she's a 550-pound woman, lost 443 pounds in 1 year by eating nothing but baby food.
No kidding.
Yeah.
A baby food diet. I never really thought to do that. I like baby food.
I like the bananas.
Yeah. I like
She didn't say she was a baby, so why not?
Yeah. Maybe we should try that.
Yeah. John and Heidi Show brought to you by Gerber. No?
Now, this is, again, the typical person, but you know me and you aren't typical.
No, we're not even close to typical.
No. The typical person spends about 600 hours having sex between the ages of 20 and 70.
No kidding.
Huh.
I'm getting close to that top end, so I better get to work.
You got some catching up to do is what you're saying?
I think so.
That's a lot of times at only 1.5 minutes apiece.
7.5 seconds.
You guys.
But who's keeping track?
Yeah. Exactly.
Got a question for me?
I do. First, I'm just glad that we're done because this has been kind of an awkward program today. All right. You had mentioned something about toilets earlier. I kind of tried to block it all out, but what was the first American film to show a toilet being flushed on screen? Do you know?
Oh.
Psycho.
Psycho. You're right.
Oh.
Charlie had it. How did you know that?
Because I think years ago I told you that.
You probably did. And that's one of the 4 things that you remembered. American film to show the toilet being flushed on the first time ever on screen was Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Well.
So there you go.
Either.
Did she watch it go down?
I don't know. Was she still on the toilet when she flushed?
No, she was standing up looking at it.
Was she? She was doing it the right way? Well,
And that's what I did.
well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure. We'll reach out again next Tuesday. How's that sound?
Why don't you call me on the day after Monday?
Oh, we'll do that. Sounds like a good plan.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie. Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cotton candy was invented by a dentist. Yeah.
I wanted
William
to drum
Morrison,
up some business.
who was a dentist, came up with this soft confection back in 1897. He partnered with candy maker John C. Wharton to develop the cotton candy machine, which they called fairy floss, by the way.
Yes.
It's been bringing kids cavities ever since, according to this story.
I gotta say, I love cotton candy.
You know, I do too, but not very often. I like 4 times a year I'll have it and I'll go, that's really good. And then if somebody else is like, hey, you want some more cotton candy? I'm like, I had enough. I'm good. So it's good, but it's literally just sugar. It's exactly
I know
what
it is. I love
it's
it.
sugar turned into a big old puffball, and it is good. But it is also today's fun fact. Now you know. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline North Korea. A North Korean citizen has been extradited to the United States, a first with the isolated communist nation, to face money laundering charges as part of a scheme to evade sanctions and provide luxury items to the rogue nation. 55-year-old North Korean citizen appeared in federal court in Washington, D.C. While the U.S. has no extradition agreement with North Korea, this gentleman has been detained in Malaysia since 2019.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff going on here, and it's been going on for a while, but that is just a bizarre story. It is today's news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. This would have been a really good fake news or Florida. We don't do that program anymore, but if we did, I could have maybe even tricked Heidi with this one. A Florida mother, Jacksonville area, facing charges of child abuse after she got in a fight with a student at her daughter's school, and the 34-year-old mother was arrested wearing a boxing glove at the time.
Oh.
I don't know what was going on, but it says there was a frantic announcement over the school's radio about a fight happening outside a cafeteria. This right around noon. The officer got there, and he found the victim, which was a student, and this lady, this 34-year-old Edith Riddle, had just exited the school with her own daughter following a meeting with the vice principal. Rather than exiting the campus directly, the daughter walked out into the cafeteria, and apparently she pointed out whoever the issue was, and that's when the mom punched the victim.
Oh, boy.
A witness said Riddle had a boxing glove attached to her left hand. She's facing charges of 1 count of child abuse with a personal/special weapon. So I don't know exactly what happened here, but I would love to hear the rest of that story. Doesn't that just seem...
To me, it sounds like
Mom was going, you're not fixing the problem, I'm fixing the problem.
There you go.
But that's the wrong way to do it, because now she's the laughing stock of the whole nation. So don't do that.
Is she?
Yeah, it's today's...
I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. It's today's weird news, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RedCrossBlood.org. Shocking surveillance footage shows an irate phone store customer crash right into the store. There was a worker that refused his demands. The suspect narrowly missed employees when he crashed his Chevy Cruze through the front windows of the store. A female employee told the news station the man twice demanded workers disconnect his phone, and they wouldn't do that. Then he flew into a rage and crashed through the store in his car. And there's camera footage of all of this stuff happening. The footage shows a car busting into the store before reversing out and then leaving the parking lot.
Well,
So they're
I
investigating the
wonder
incident. No arrests
why
were
they wouldn't
immediately made.
Disconnect his phone. If you
So
wanted
I
to
don't know,
disconnect it,
but
disconnect it.
here's the thing. It's not like they can't track you down. You were just in the store trying to get your phone disconnected. They know exactly who you are.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Just
of course they know who he
Terrible,
is.
terrible idea. That is why it is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Are you ready for this one, Heidi?
I am ready.
All right, I might get you here. Let's see. How about this one? Rogue Valley, Medford, Oregon. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
I'm going to say that's a golf course.
And you are wrong.
Really?
Yeah, Rogue Valley is a rehab center.
That one surprises me. You don't necessarily want
You
people in
wouldn't
rehab
expect
going
that.
rogue.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect that. But for those of you who guessed it at home, here's a golf clap for you. Not for you, Heidi. You get no golf
You're
clap.
denied.
You do not get a golf clap today. That's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. And there are people out there that just do some amazing, amazing things, and I think this is one of them. Here's the headline. Contestant wins $145,000 on Wheel of Fortune and donates it all to the less fortunate. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
Scott, and I hope I say his name correctly. It's Cole Brenner, I believe is how you say it.
Okay.
Kolbrenner, California resident, was a contestant last week on the Wheel of Fortune. What was I going to say? He won $45,000 in cash and prizes during the show, and then he ended up hitting a bonus puzzle for an additional $100,000 grand prize. So that got him up to $145,000 in prize money. And he said, you know what, I'm going to give that to Uplift Family Services and the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank. He says, well, I hoped I would do okay on the show. I never thought anything like this could happen. And he says, I got lucky that day, and I knew right away that I wanted to share my good fortune. So I decided to contribute all of my winnings to Uplift Family Services and Los Angeles Regional Food Bank.
What a kind person.
Whose services support thousands of families. The fun and memories from the day will stay with me forever, but the urgent need in our community cannot wait. So I've got a link to the story if you want to see the video and all the cool details. What a cool story.
Yeah, very,
And
very
there's
kind man.
A lot of people singing his praises online right now, which I think is a cool thing. And that's why I thought, you know what, I'm going to share that story too, because it's a darn good one. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Bye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.